Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We are going back to that horrible world known as the JRC, but before we do the usual disclaimers, if you are unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, you're going to find all the pertinent links right there in the description box. Please, in particular, take note of the article written by NeuroClastic, a small non for profit started by autistics for autistics. In it, they interviewed over 900 ABA professionals in regards to the JRC's so called behavior modification program. The Judge Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read that article so much. They threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. NeuroClastic refused. You know the drill, folks. Please read the article. Share it on all your social media. Also included in there is NeuroClastic's public statement regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding just in case the JRC actually sees through with their threat. All right, folks, trigger warning one. Will we discuss places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center or Agape Boarding School for Boys? You're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips or surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please make sure to use your headphones, all right? Trigger warning 2, this channel is marked not for kids for a reason. We use profanity on occasion and speak on dark subjects. If your child is 16 and younger and they are watching this, very obviously parental supervision is very much advised, all right? All right, where we left off. Other literature submitted by the commenter supports the FDA's findings of risks. For example, reference 39 reports risks from other studies of elicited and operant aggression, other emotional responses, crying, decreases in appropriate behavior, generalized response suppression, escape from or avoidance of punishing agent or situation, and caregivers' misuse of punishment. In other words, one of the studies that they're trying to use to defend their insanity actually imposes their insanity. That's hilarious. Did you all not read what these articles said before you used them in defense of your argument? Because it is nonsensical to use a report that actually states the exact opposite of your position in order to defend your position. Like, the mind twisting mind fuckery. God. Further, according to reference 39, aggression and emotional responses may be more likely to occur when the individual is exposed to unavoidable and intense aversive stimulation. In layman's terms, holy crap, if someone's threatened with getting hit, they might be afraid of getting hit. Profound new information. Fuck me. Let's continue to read, shall we? Reference 36 reports the risk of untargeted positive behavior aversive stimulation. Sorry, I'm going to reread that. I lost it. Blah. Reference 6 reports risk of untargeted positive behavior being modified by the device. In other words, in fact, if you are threatening violence upon a person, there is a likely scenario where someone might actually get worse instead of getting better. Yeah. In fact, they might lose skills that they had previously. This is something that happens a lot to autistic survivors of child abuse, where we will literally lose skills, lose positive behaviors, and have to relearn them. I've gone through this. It's not fun. It is absolutely humiliating beyond words that I have a capacity to be able to explain to you. And it doesn't surprise me that it's being noted here. And I ask again, did they actually read this shit before they decided to use it to bolster their argument? Reference 36 reports risk of Reference 40 includes negative reaction to authority figures. The increase in behaviors undergoing treatment. Again, remember I mentioned the worsening of behaviors. Sometimes our response is actually getting worse instead of getting better. Usually, especially during burnout. Because, yeah, that's fun. Provoked treatment potential, production of undesirable emotional states. That happens to anyone who's being abused. Behavioral rigidity, general disruption of cognitive processes, production of neurotic syndrome, suppression effects not specific to responses punished, and chronic emotional maladjustment. Reference 45 discusses the risks of an unreliable apparatus, including inappropriate intensity of shock, inconsistent delivery of shock, and inappropriate delay of shock, or inappropriately prolonged shocks. Reference 46 enumerates 19 negative side effects. Another article submitted by the commenter acknowledged that few studies have systemically investigated side effects of skin shock because nobody else with an ethical bone in their body or a fearful bone in their body is willing to take that bet. One of the main reasons for our less scrupulous would be they don't want to be sued back into the Stone Age. For those that do have scruples, it's unethical as hell. So there's never going to be more studies in it. At least I hope so. Who knows with how things are going right now. It's getting scarier every day, and this state is going backwards towards the Stone Age so fast I'm starting to get whiplash. The few studies reporting the potential benefits of the devices that were published in more recent years similarly did not systemically report AEs or include safety outcome measures. All right, so in regards to the potential benefits, they did not report on the AEs or include safety outcome measures. It's outdated data. And one of the papers that they submitted to bolster their argument actually states the exact opposite of their position, making it quite clear to me that these dumbasses did not actually read the articles that they decided to use to bolster their insanity before they started spewing this nonsense. Here's something I don't understand. How can you have arguments this fucking bad? Have absolutely zero scientific data to back your position, and all the scientific data actually backs the exact opposite. How can you have these completely batshit insane arguments made and this place continue to go on and continue to do this insanity decade after decade? Because you read these arguments, and it is some of the most mind-numbingly stupid arguments I've come across, and I've dealt with anti-vaxxers and stands. It boggles my mind because when it comes down to it, there is no defense. The arguments they try to use are paper thin. Yet somehow, in spite of this bad science, we're still here. They somehow continue to win. If that does not tell you exactly how corrupt the entire system is, I don't know what will. We're going to go ahead and close out on that, folks. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few we do tend to get removed from time to time. So, folks, if you could, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the comments. I appreciate your time. And as always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea do hope you have a good one. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye, everyone.